Start of the 1974 Grand Final here at Football Park in front of 45,000 people. Colwell confessed to the first knot. There's Noonan taking it out of the diamond towards centre half forward. Windy conditions making it difficult. That was Oti, smothered off the boot. Robert Klomp got a kick at the ball and it's 6 points, and what a wonderful goal Wally made.
Oh, and what a way to take it out of the centre. Noonan, one hit out, one kick, it's out of the centre. Robert Oti touches it, pushes it forward, and Klomp from centre half forward. 1 second of football played and 1 goal on the board.
Throw in on the far side, Tarter from the back, gets it down, taken by Bennett. Bennett, took a very heavy one from Graham, perfectly fair.
Who's had nightmares all week. Beautiful mark to Marker.
Well done, Marker. Desperation, threw himself at that ball. Good mark.
A deadly wingman, captain of Richmond seconds. There's the kick to the half-forward line. Michael Graham, and he's in devastating form already. He was the one who hit Bennett very hard, but very fairly, with what looked from here a perfect hip and shoulder.
Forward. Sturt going with a very strong breeze. They're not making full use of it. That's a great mark there by Constable Brian Colby.
In front of Graham on this occasion, judged it beautifully. The only pair of hands to grab it.
Colby now on the half-back flank. Graham, that's a bad kick from a former All-Australian, picked up very quickly. Over it goes to Noonan, on towards Bergen. Bergen himself an All-Australian, comes around well, gets a good look at the goals. The kick is on its way. It's a magnificent kick and wonderful play by Bergen. And the Blues rip out the 2 straight goals. The Bays have yet to score.
Colby kicks into the man on the mark, and that was the start of that play. 2 handballs and a magnificent kick by Bergen off the wing, puts him through the centre. Well, Colby, beaten 3 times by Graham earlier, beats him and then kicks into Graham. Bad football.
There's Oti in your Channel 9 screen at the moment, playing his 250th game today. Best and fairest 4 times for the Redlegs in his star-studded career. That was Tregenza, got the tap to Marriott. The Bays go forward to the half-forward line.
Big trouble.
Adcock clearing from centre half-back. Another All-Australian down to the half-forward line. Noonan could have taken a hard one there. Tregenza couldn't catch him. Colwell's taken it, kicks it around his body, past Casey. He's another one that's had hamstring trouble. Corns with a handball away. Taken there by Noonan. Good tackle, Millard. Millard's playing like a man possessed. Murphy drives the ball forward, down to the full forward spot, through the hands of Davies. Crozer's got it. After him goes Brendan Howard. Crozer got Whelan coming at him. Steadies, doesn't know whether to come back to goal. A good smather by Howard. Good football, Howard. That's his caper. Gets it over to Davies. Davies steadies. Tardif at him. Kicks it up towards the goal. This will be close. It's
the Jags.
How can you describe that?
The Jags.
I'll describe Howard's football, though. Magnificent Howard football. The pressure on all the time. Smothers the ball, pushes out the handball, and then we see Whelan double back and lift it up in the air, and the breeze blew it through. He didn't kick it through. It was blown through for a magnificent goal.
Opposed by Miles, taken nicely by Twiggy Corwell. Corwell bouncing himself away. He's a professional runner. Down towards the half-forward it goes. Carey behind. Carey's mark.
Backshaw says I hit that forward.
And I think he might have too, Wally. Out towards the half-forward it goes. Young Marriott down there. It comes off hands. Taken here by Adcock. Look at that. Away goes Adcock's kick towards the centre wing. Taken there by Howard. Hit by Howard. And I thought that was very fair.
Well played, both those players. Wouldn't take their eye off the ball, and there was a good clash.
Umpire Ducker there.
33 Sturt, Glenelg yet to score.
Robert Oti, very clever play. Over to Lauder. Lauder's kick is high in towards the pocket. Going back there is Whelan, opposed by Graham, his teammate.
Free kick.
And there's the free kick.
Interesting to see where he takes this. Should be on a very acute angle, and yes, he is. That's the correct position.
Well, the breeze is going to help him turn it back.
Check side.
Yes, it'll be
Well,
check
it's this
side.
funny little banana kick, really, not the check side.
Yeah, well, watch the breeze take it, Ian.
He came around a half a metre and he put it through.
Can't do it any better. Cannot do it any better on the breeze. And the kicking action put that one straight through the centre from an impossible angle. Well,
Just taken by Graham, drives into full forward. Crozer.
Oh, good mark.
Well took the chance and it paid off.
Watch that low ball came and put himself right in the correct position.
Here's the kick away. There's Hodgman warming up on the side as it's kicked to the half-back line. Kick to the full forward spot. The wind boomerangs it back. Murphy crashes his way through.
Oh, great tackle.
Good tackle in the sport.
Well, bet he'll be very happy to see that quarter-time siren come up so they can put something in that ankle.
He won't be happy to see the hypodermic again. It'll be a long one.
He's off.
Millard.
He's off.
Coming off is Bennett. That's bad luck. Down towards centre half forward. Kerry tried to knock it over. Taken there by Nelson. Great round of applause for young Bennett. It's bad luck. Off the back of the packet goes. Taken by Whelan. Over towards Graham. Great play, Whelan. Tremendous. Graham's covered every bit of 15 metres and he's put it through.
Graham, away he goes like a racehorse. Set up by Whelan, and away goes Sturt with a magnificent goal.
In comes from Crozer to the half-back line. Colwell, Murphy, Davies from the back. Colwell will get the decision. Played well last week for the Bays. My word, he did. Replaced Graham Corns and one of their best. And I'll tell you what, the Bays will be darn pleased to hear that siren after a first quarter in which they lost the toss and saw Sturt career away to lead 6-5 to Glenelg's 1 point. And not only that, the worst news for the Bays was they lost their top rover, Bennett, very early in the term. It was obvious that he'd have to go off, which he did in the start of the second term here at Football Park. Umpire Ducker puts the ball down. Up they go, and Big Tardif gets the tap. Bergen made the first mistake of the game from him. Corns takes it, lopes through the half-forward line, whacks away at the goal. Well, it goes for 6 points to prove just how easy it is when you go with the breeze.
And there it is, in the first second of the game, we saw Klump belt through a goal. And the first second of the second quarter, Glenelg's Corns straight down the centre and straight through the middle. Klump is loose in defence. Sturt have gone on the defensive, as well they might, but Klump was 15 miles under that. It went right over his head. A tremendous goal by Graham Corns.
The Bays at the moment. Down ground it goes. Miles, too much speed, but Marker a brilliant player. What a magnificent footballer Marker is. Long kick towards centre half. Forward out in front. Great play there by the youngster. On he goes, quick as a flash. Looks down towards Freddie Phillips, and Freddie Phillips on the long leader's mark.
Kick by Tardif, very high to the full forward spot.
Great action! Tremendously well judged. Murphy caught under the ball, used as a stepping stone, and a clean mark by Freddie Phillips, number 19.
Kicked
no more than 20 metres out. Look, let's have a look at him.
Kicked 100 goals in 69, 70 and 71. And that's as important a goal as he's kicked at any stage for the Bayside. 3-2, Sturt 6-5. Comment Wally May.
Well, he's had 3 kicks, 2 marks, 1 goal and 1 behind. Freddie Phillips full forward for the Bays, and that will put some life back into them. That was a tremendous mark by Freddie Phillips.
Murphy played for South Melbourne. It's a good kick as it burrows its way into the breeze, and in front is Howard.
Good mark, Howard. Greasy ball, in front, eyes on the ball, 1 grab. Takes some doing on a day like this.
In fact, they're finding it difficult to get past Carey. Carey jumps again. There's a great catch. He has to beat 2 players every time he goes for it. The ball now for the Bays at half-forward right. It's a good kick from him. He knows how to kick the ball down to the full-forward spot. Off hands taken by Marriott, snapped, and that was a great goal. You wouldn't see a better one than that.
Wouldn't see it on a dry day any better than that.
He never stops competing for that ball.
No doubt about it. It's built like a splinter. Down towards the square it goes. Carey in front, not clear. Marriott, Hodgman, over the head it goes. And it's through!
Wally May.
Beauty! They know what to do. Lift it up and the breeze blows it through, and oh, what a goal!
That's a point. I beg your pardon in my enthusiasm. It must have been touched off the boot or something.
Well, it went through the middle. There's no doubt about that. It had to be touched off the boot here.
The wind is awkward and the rain is awkward as play still goes on. Marker there, taken by Howard, taken across there by Lloyd, and marked in defence by Crozer on the centre wing.
Everyone's there, Max.
Here's the kick from Winter to the half-back line again. And a great mark to Teddy Osmond. As I kept telling you, he's been a very consistent player for the Bays this year after only playing 3 games or 2 games last year. To the full forward spot, Freddie Phillips off hands, went past, came to Murphy. Murphy showed his experience. He was running as the ball came to him, out towards Miles. And here's the Sturt chance to work it forward, but they've got no one up there. He has to wait for Lauder to lead into the vacant centre.
Well, they don't mind waiting. There's 2 minutes to go in this quarter plus time off. He kicks into the man on the mark.
Bad mistake. It's easy to make them in these conditions. That's Colwell with the ball. He'll look and try and hook it back. He does. It goes through the hands of Bagshaw, through the hands of Noonan with a handball. Bagshaw knocks it on towards Davies. Oh, clever footballers. It's kicked on there by Marker, right down to the forward pocket. Kicked away here in defence by the double blues. Out to the half-back line. This is Bergen, All-Australian wingman. McFarlane falls on top of the ball. Now he's trying to work it away. And it's given to McFarlane. He plays it on, gives it to his teammate Weston. He's in trouble.
Push, push, push. Right. Listen to the crowd. They don't like it, but it was a correct decision. Nelson, who's had a tremendous season in 1974, kicks out towards the half-back flank.
Oh, yes. Oh, how does he do that on a wet day like that?
And unless the Bays can score very quickly, Sturt are going to go in with a 2-goal advantage at half-time. And in these very heavy or slippery conditions, a handy lead. Davies got it down to Klomp. He's tackled, still got it. Taken away by Sandy Nelson. He's tackled, gets it out to Osborne. Osborne drops it onto his boot. It's high in the air, and the sirens sound, and the chance goes begging for the Bays. And at half-time, Sturt 6-6, 42 points, lead Glenelg 4-6, 30 in the 1974 Grand Final here at Football Park. Start of the third term at Football Park in the league Grand Final. Glenelg and Sturt, and there's Tardif, as he's done most of the day getting the tap, was knocked away by Bagshaw. Bergen slips to the ground. Marcus snapped one out, jagged it. Weston playing well, a good lad on his half-forward flank, pops it down to the forward pocket, hoping for Colby, goes past him, goes to Fred Phillis. Oh, that greasy ball's hard to handle. You can judge for yourself as the All-Australian Colby gets taken to the ground. Play-on's called, snapped out of the pocket, up into the square, Coldwell from behind. That was Sandy Nelson in the front spot. He's done a good job on Carey. Back goes Casey. Casey gives it to little Noonan. Noonan out of the back pocket, away to the half-back line. Lauder and Obst. Lauder makes the front spot, gets it onto his boot. Recruited from South Mildura, down to the half-forward line. Picked up by Osborne, goes through cleverly. Gives the handball away towards Tardif. Tardif too slow on that occasion. They swarm on top of him. They grab hold of Hodgman, tapped it up the centre wing. Obst to the half-forward line. Colwell. And the Bays have opened well into the breeze. Marriott running through the half-forward line, snaps it up in front of the sticks. Phillis is down there.
Good grab. Phillis, Freddie Phillis in front. A good grab and a valuable one.
Here's his kick away, going with the breeze, goes out to the far side wing, and it was a well-directed pass, that one, with a wet, heavy ball out towards Brendan Howard. Throwing in that forward pocket with Wild, Tregenza, and over the top Tardif to Marriott. Marriott scoops it out to the side. Little Hodgman came on replacing Bennett in the first term, up towards McFarlane. Bergen, the handball was a beauty. Found his teammate Whelan, back to Bergen. Bergen running in towards the goals. He put it up there. It'll go right to the square. Pumped away, taken by Graham. A handball was a beauty. Gives Miles the chance. Lines it up, but he's missed.
1 point. The difference now, 2 goals.
Hancock kicking forward for Sturt. Underneath it, good marking defence by the youngster Obst.
Well done.
His left knee heavily bandaged. Off hands. Hodgman over there, taken out by Millard. Kicking forward. Casey will get there and dropped it. Oh, gee whiz. I didn't agree with that.
I think umpire Ducker anticipated.
Marriott down towards centre half forward. Taken by Nelson, not by
Casey.
Nelson, by Casey. Bergen. On to Davies.
Davies with a handball on, down to the half-forward line it goes, and running through there for the double blues with a long shot from Klomp. It looks good. It's 1 point.
Oh, and Carey backed into the post, belted it with the back of his head, and that hurt. 1 point. And
out towards the half-back flank for Glenelg. Corns high in the air, and Corns just...
good.
Corns in trouble too. Have a look at that. Keep your eye on him. He's in big trouble. Grabbing that thigh, the right back.
That's why Wickens has been warming up on that side, I would think, Ian.
11 kicks and 7 marks, Corns.
Corns in trouble. Sturt, Glenelg in trouble.
That was a silly thing for Colwell to do.
Umpire Ducker.
15 metre naturally. Frustration then from Colwell. His kick away to the half-back line. Odie under the foot of the ball. That was Marker. Marker's been fairly quiet this term. Taken by Lloyd. Lloyd pops it up there. The Breeze is doing the rest. Tregenza caught in the death seat. Off hands taken by Colby. Colby with a short one. Oh, that was courageous football. Finds Millard.
Graham down in the square on one leg.
Oh, with a short one away. That's just heart failure stuff, as the Bays are doing it quite well. They're playing keepers off in their back lines. They know they've got no one up forward and they're content to play it short.
14 minutes into the third quarter, not the last quarter. Davies high, got it down. McFarlane there as well, centre wing. McFarlane forward, Freddie Phillips slipped over at the wrong time. Winter. Clever play towards Murphy, Marriott. Great courage by the little
Murphy's
chap.
hurt.
It's in big trouble. Half forward flank, dropping the ball, and the free kick will favour the Bays.
Murphy is really hurt. He's trying to shrug it off, but he's hurt himself. Looks as though he came down heavily on his back. Wally, you have a look at him.
Yes, I'd agree with you, and so is Graham at the other end.
Marriott's kick down ground. Oh, is that a mark? Yes, it is.
That was a good grab. Oh, and the big left footer's got it. Freddie Phillips, full forward for the Bays. He has another chance. And a goal now would be as good as diamonds, I tell you what. He can do it.
Wally, no goal in 15 minutes of football. That'll give you an idea of the conditions here at Football Bar. 5 goals, 6-goal Breeze if conditions were dry, but they're not. It rained incessantly in the second term, and that ball's slippery and probably heavy.
This would be an incredible goal for Freddie Phillips to kick if he got it. The Breeze is in his face, and it's an incredible goal.
That's a chip. Titus kick up towards the centre of the ground. Wild Springs number 5. That's him.
That's it. A good mark, and that's what Sturt need.
Plump in trouble. Rawson pushes his way through. Marriott kicked out of the spot. Weston. Clever work by, gee, that was clever by a kid. Marker streaks away. Winter there. There's 2 Bay players there. Winter's forced to the side, but he was held on to. Freddie Phillips doesn't agree with that, but Winter was.
Phillips trying to bluff the free kick, with no way in the world you'd bluff umpire Ducker, Freddie Phillips. You were gone and you knew it. 15 metres.
Oh, I disagree with that one. That was thrown up. He
threw it on the full.
Oh, Phillips had a few words to say then. Oh, he's hot.
Well, I'd be fairly hot myself, actually. I don't agree with that decision at all. Taken by Winter out towards the centre wing, and Casey's there. 5, 7, 6, 11. 10 points the difference. Marker.
The only play player there among 3. Brendan, Howard, Murphy and Sandy Nelson. And
it's a good long kick forward. And
well
perfectly judged by young Hodgman.
Oh, good mark, Hodgman. Sturt making mistakes in their forward line. Short passes on.
Down to Weston.
And well played.
On it goes to Wickens. Big Tregenza there, burrowing his way through. Taken by Millard. Millard forward. Osborne. Osborne down towards Freddie Phillips. Phillips in front. Oh, taken off hands by McFarlane. Here it goes. Full ball run into an open goal. And over towards centre half forward. McFarlane. By gee, he'd be placed to best on ground.
Oh, he's played extremely well.
Tremendous game he's played. Quick as you
Look
like.
at Marker.
On towards Marker. The ball bounces awkwardly from Marker, but Marker keeps his body between his opponent and the ball and gets the free kick. 2 kids combined cleverly. Weston dropped it. Fell over at the wrong moment. That turf must be awfully slippery. Hodgman underneath it. Well, a good fit young kid's better than an old man, isn't it?
There it is. Number 24, and we haven't seen much of him. Davies has taken a mark. Hodgman's played well. Weston's played well. Oh, look at that!
Freddie Phillips. McFarlane raving wide. Should be 15 metres. Adcock trying to crib his way over the mark.
Held in gale, and they go across the centre of the ground. Well, I can't understand that. Freddie Phillips says, thank you very much. I'll take
Corn's
the
moving
time.
down. Corn's moving down, and that's the way it'll go. But it's poorly directed. Howard knocked out there by Corns. Great play. Corn's over towards McFarlane, the champion on the ground. He forces it out. Bergen will get to the ball for the Blues. Over towards Lloyd, a poor kick. But Bergen will relieve to Howard.
here's the loose man.
Casey. Casey taking his time. Great smother by Tardif. In fact, Casey took too much time.
That's Bergen. That's why he won an All-Australian Blazer. He looked cool there as he did it. Sees the Set of the ground, Brendan Howard, last year's Rookie of the Year, and that's how wrapped up in the quarter we were. The siren went. I didn't even realise how far we were into the time-on period. That was one of the most gripping quarters of football you could hope to see. With start of the final quarter in the Grand Final for 74, the Bays and Sturt locked together in a thrilling battle as Marker tried to thump it on. Also toted Corns, taken by Lloyd. The Sturt side go forward to the half-forward. Tregenza hit his own man. To the diamond they go, down to the forward left pocket. Wild has a double grab, great mark. And he's
kicking down, a beautiful kick. Corns high and a great mark to Davies.
And Bagshaw's kick in towards the forward pocket. Big Tardif, and he's played the game of his life today. Works the short one over towards Colby. Colby looks done. Here's the handball back from McFarlane towards Colby. Made the yard to get to that one. The handball back towards the kid Weston. Goes towards Davies. Weston's down. The Bays at the moment look as though they've stopped because it's taken by Noonan. Noonan's kick to the half-forward line. Here's Wayne
good mark.
Good falling mark. He, in fact, is the ruckman. Here, Tregenza. Tregenza comes in, taps it straight to Noonan. Noonan kicks it down to the forward pocket. Crozer comes to meet it.
Oh, bad mistake.
Wheeling straight to Graham. Graham runs in. Forward goes 6 points.
Glenelg have not added to their score in the last quarter. They don't look like adding to their score either, as the Sturt machine is really winding itself up. On it goes Noonan. Marker leading towards the outer side of the oval, and that's the only way that they can possibly get it to.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that.
Kick down towards the half-forward line. Tardif came in. Bergen picks it up. He's a tired player. Gives it over to Murphy. Back to Bergen. Still running on. I bet his legs feel like lead as he kicks it to the full forward spot. Knocked away by Tregenza. Barton. He's had 3 shots. This time he's put it through.
Goal 7, the difference is Bagshaw, and that tackle was very high. Freddie Phillips right foots it to goal, and it's through. Davies brought it down beautifully for Oti. McFarlane knocked over. In goes Kerry very aggressively and quite legitimately, and that hurt Brenton Howard.
Oh, he's down.
Good spiral punt with the breeze right to foot.
Oh, look at that!
That was his mark.
Eddie Osborne.
Osborne, is it? Yes, 17.
It's been paid, and he'd be
As it
only
should be.
35 metres.
And from the back, Winter tried to mark it 3 deep, and Teddy Osborne in front. Freddie Phillips was there, but it was Osborne's mark. No argument about it. Ian Aiken was right. He's kicked one behind. He's got the breeze to help him. He's got to belt this one through. He's had 15 kicks. Here it comes. On its way. Easy. Goal!
20 and a half minutes into the last quarter. The premiership. Whoever wins this has won it. Naturally. It's taken by Howard. Taken by Whelan. Whelan would have been hurt then. Brilliant play out. On towards the little fella Graham. Barton's in a forward pocket. Barton marks.
And kicked away in defence by Hodgman, I think it was, up to the centre of the ground. Wild.
Kerry underneath it, and that's a tremendous mark to Kerry. Only seconds remaining before the end of the season.
Davies gets the tap down. Graham hung onto his boot. Colby's got it. He won't give up. Gives it towards Colwell. Colwell tried to jump a player.
That's it.
There's the siren. As Ian Aiken's excited voice told you. And look at the scenes of jubilation there as the Sturt players go wild. They all run embracing each other with the final score. Sturt 9-16 to Glenelg 8-7. Just to show you how quickly commentators change their opinions. We had the Bays perhaps running away with this one at 3/4 time. After a great third quarter against the Breeze, they're only 5 points down, but Sturt outplayed them in the final term. Wally May with his comments as Paul Bagshaw gets hoisted aloft, the skipper of the victorious Blues.
So he should too, because in the last quarter, Bagshaw was one of the instruments that kept them into the game. Helped by Noonan, a tremendous last quarter, and don't forget Howard in the middle of the ground, in control for 25 minutes because Marker was hurt, went out on a half-forward flank. A tired Bay side, beaten by a better side on the day, the Sturt double blue.
That was some spare of thought for the poor old Bay side, and there they are over there. They've had an indifferent season, but they fought back brilliantly at the end of the season to get up into the grand final. There's Peter Marker, best on ground last weekend. There's Judge Bremner walking past, but Peter Marker tried his heart out today. There was no doubt about that. They weren't quite good enough in that last quarter.
I don't think you can pick it up, but Paul Bagshaw, in a very modest tribute, said that if the result had been different at the start of the game when they tossed the coin, that the Bays could have been in this position today as 74 premiership
And that's a wonderful comment, friend, a very chivalrous comment from the captain, the likeable captain of the double blue side. Unfortunately, the kids now scream onto the ground. They've been very patient, and they'll accompany the double blues as they start off on their victory run around the ground. And final comment from Wally May and Ian Aitken both.
Well, the last quarter won it for Sturt against the breeze. Their system paid off. They stuck to their guns. Bagshaw, Noonan, Howard, tremendous games, and fresh legs in Barton made a difference. A good move to bring him on at three-quarter time.
It mightn't have been one of the best games, the best grand finals I've ever seen, but I can assure you of this, it was one of the most tensest grand finals I've ever seen. The atmosphere was electrifying, and the third quarter perhaps may have been one of the best individual quarters I've ever seen in a grand final.
Certainly it was one of the most absorbing. The scene was this: Sturt 2 goals in front at half-time and looking good with the breeze at their back in the third term and a dry ball. But the Bays played superlative football, short passing, handballing in the back line into the stiff breeze, and at three-quarter time were only 5 points down. We, here in the Channel 9 box, and there would have been 20,000 at least would have agreed with us, thought the Bays were a reasonably good thing at that stage, but Sturt did to the Bays what the Bays had done to the double blues in the third term. They outplayed them into the breeze and thoroughly deserved their win.